Welcome to Book Club The Yappening, a podcast where we discuss every and all things we've read and some of us haven't read, in a safe place where we can yap about life in general. In the description, you'll find links to our Fable, Instagram, and Discord accounts. Please follow for more yapping in different styles. For a warning, we will 100% be spoiling this book, so please pause, go read, and come back to yap. Read the trigger warnings before continuing on. Welcome back to the Yappening for another episode.
Meow, meow, meow.
It is time.
It is time.
Yeah, time for Jessy's story. Although someone asked me to give this to you.
It's a spooky note.
This is a hijacking.
Because I have something I want to talk about.
Oh, damn.
So fuck your story.
That's rude.
Yeah, sorry.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I want to talk about Zootopia.
Let's go.
Zootopia, is it the first one or the second one?
Neither. This is a fan comic that I had originally pretended was Zootopia 2 and realized, oh, there's not enough content for it, so...
Okay.
You know what? Just make it an hour-long video. So, this is I Will Survive. And I'm going to move that microphone because it's a little in my face.
You don't like eating your microphones like I do?
Remember our... a little bit of a shadow.
Oh my god.
Remember our warning, please read the triggers before you go and read this one.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up because I know we off,
we said it one video and
off
never...
camera. Yeah, we said, oh, we're going to stop reading these, and I don't think that we've ever been
we did only one
check
episode.
check the caption.
Yeah, so we'll begin with read the trigger warnings before you watch this episode. If it is something that might trigger you and you don't feel comfortable, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, we'll always have the trigger warnings in the...
Watch the shorts. They're always more gentle.
Yeah, gentle shorts, just like Jessy.
Am I gentle?
You're short. That's what I know.
Oh, I am fucking
Wow,
short.
dang. And all I said was fuck your story, and she insulted you personally.
Yeah, I can't. I'm vertically challenged.
Jeez.
Okay.
I mean, I'm also short, but you are significantly shorter. Okay.
Zootopia!
Let's go!
All right, again, I Will Survive. If you don't remember Zootopia, it's a fish out of water story, but with a rabbit instead of a fish. Said rabbit wants to be a cop, to which I say, not a cab. Not all cops are bunnies. Controversial.
Yeah.
Actually, there are no rabbit police, since rabbits are prey animals and most uniform menaces are predators. Don't read too much into that, and definitely don't Google 40% police.
What?
Do you actually not know?
I don't, but I can maybe make an assumption.
Explain.
Give or take, 40% of police officers admit to domestic violence.
Yeah, that was my
okay,
guess.
yeah.
I know, and I know that we're tangenting aggressively. But I had read a Reddit post where someone said that he had to leave the police force because he got too used to hitting things that were annoying him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had to
Talk about a profession that holds a lot of mental health issues and not properly addressed, because they see a lot of shit.
Plus, it's along the same lines of the debate that do violent video games make people violent, and it's no, but they definitely attract people who already are violent. You know, it's one of those things. It's if you want to kill someone, you join the military so that you can hopefully go kill someone, type of thing. You know.
Yeah.
I've heard that actually from
Free
a real
reign.
person before, and I'm like, you are not stable.
I mean, I'm not saying that everybody in the military would.
No,
That's absolutely not. But I'm saying that there are people
there
who would be drawn to that because it gives them
the outlet,
a potential opportunity to do that.
And I've heard of somebody in my life that has
That's
admitted to doing
upsetting.
it. I don't know them personally, but they know people in my life personally, and they're not a good person.
Well,
we can cut that out if we need to.
no,
but...
it's fine. I don't care.
I will survive.
Go.
I will survive.
Will you survive this episode? Only time will tell.
Through perseverance and having 2 lucky rabbit's feet, she saves the day and partners up with a snarky, street-smart foxman who wishes he were as hot as Disney's Robin Hood. And because of the internet, they got shipped as a couple. Men can't just be friends with women, just like 2 men just can't be friends or teammates, and 2 women can't be experimenting with each other in college. We all know what "and they were roommates" means.
Do we? I've never heard that before in my life.
They were roommates.
Definitely haven't counted it.
That's true.
Yeah. This is actually a trilogy. The first chapter is called I Will Survive. Nick Wilde is sleeping, and Judy is desperately trying to wake him. Not relatable at all. Not especially not this morning.
We don't.
We're going to talk about this morning.
He had it's Saturday, okay, by the way. It's Saturday, and for whatever fucking reason, he had an alarm go off at 6 o'clock. And then instead of turning it off, he snoozed it. So then 5 minutes later, it went off again. And I was like, what is happening? And then as I'm trying to fall back asleep, every 30 seconds, he slid his entire leg across the entire bed. And I'm like,
I mean,
I guess I'm awake now.
This was kind of me this morning, so I'm not any better.
But at least you don't have someone sleeping next to you,
You're
right?
right.
Like...
After a shower, Judy breaks it to him. She's pregnant.
Wait, what? Sorry.
And that is why...
Well, that probably peaked. Yeah, don't know how. Nick Wilde is ecstatic to have a child out of wedlock, the hussy. Judy's less thrilled. For one, they're different species. It's incredibly rare, but it happens.
The sizing difference, is it going to be closer to a fox size? Because, like, R.I.P. her Banussi.
How did I not write that?
Oh my god!
I went a different, not a fully different direction. Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's incredibly rare, but it happens. There are ligers and zonkies and platypi. But in Zootopia, or in the entire world, which I can only imagine is called Planet Earth, it has only happened between two predators or two prey, not together. Secondly, the size difference. Have you seen Shaquille O'Neal with his ex-girlfriend Hoops? She's like, Jessy sized.
I know.
Offense. And Shaq is roughly Shaq sized.
I know who Hoops is. I'm a millennial.
Not everyone. I guess most of them are.
She
Hi.
was on Flavor of Love. Like back in the day on VH1. You missed that trashy part of our generation, I guess. But that's why her name is Hoops, because Flavor Flav couldn't be bothered to remember everyone's name, so he just made up names for them.
Oh my god.
New York is apparently non-binary.
I did hear that, and like, good for them.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
New York is iconic.
It was like an interview with like Gay Magazine, Pretty Gay Magazine, outlet, whatever. So what are your pronouns? She, he, they, that bitch.
That bitch.
That bitch.
And they are that bitch. I tell you that right now.
So anyway, Hoops and Shaq. Judy can't have a natural birth. Not even a C-section. Not even a D-section. She's going to need E-section.
What's an E-section?
He's treating C-sections like bras.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everything goes over and up. I am basically an air landing, and the planes are going over.
I love that Scrubs joke of show me amused, be mused, see mused. Tracely, what would it be? A Fabbit? A Rox? What does the Rox say? Lost my place. And how is Zootopia's Fox News, hosted by an actual fox, going to take this? I don't know if that's real. That's just what I assume. They don't even understand furries as it is. They think anthropomorphic.
You're good.
Take two. I'm trying not to rush. They think anthropomorphic is the A in LGBTQIA2S+. I got that just fine.
You did. And what's funny is that you don't talk fast. I'm the one that talks fast. But, like,
You do
when you're reading your script, you're like, I gotta get it out.
Yeah, so one of the tricks that we got taught in the voice acting classes was read slower, even if it feels like torture, because that means you're doing it at the right speed.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Joking aside, there's also her career. She's finally getting ahead in the department and is a symbol for young girls and small mammals everywhere that they can do big things that make a difference.
Love that.
Nick Wilde knows she's afraid that they're charting unknown territory and that the child might recreate Alien when it births.
Ugh.
But all he hears is, I don't want to have a child with you, you larger, prodigious male whose basic instincts involve hunting prey like me, and therefore our child might be inclined to do the same. And
Men hear what they want to hear, honestly.
And he took that personally.
Men hear what... It's like that Am I the Asshole thing that we just...
Nick Wilde got all
Listen
them
to.
tall ears and only
About the
hears
yogurt?
selective things.
No,
The
about
yogurt
like
cup in the
men
freezer?
hear what they want to hear. Never mind, it's fine. The
Okay.
one when we were in the car last night.
Oh, yeah, okay. Not the yogurt cup.
Not the yogurt. It wasn't about the yogurt.
Wasn't about this.
And Nick Wilde has already bought his Foxy Dad t-shirt.
Ugh.
Which is actually in the new Zootopia movie is him wearing a shirt that says Foxy Dad, which everyone assumes is a reference to the comic.
Is this comic like canon or?
Absolutely not. The art is actually like really good.
Yeah.
There is a caveat to that I will throw in at the end. Yeah, so they're at odds about this potential spawn.
Spawn.
I mean,
Tell me you're child free without telling me you're child free.
Direct quote, Judy, you know who I am. You know what's at stake for me since we first met. And you know full well that I did everything for my career. Nick Wilde, yes, I do know. It seems that you could even kill your own baby for our career. Kill our baby for your career.
The fuck?
oh my god. I believe
I want to be
that.
on his
Oh
side
my
because
god.
his name is Nick, but like, fuck that man.
Why do you think I'm calling him Nick Wilde at every turn?
But
I don't want this shit
listen,
taken out of context.
You're Nick Mild.
though, She also like, how many is she gonna have though? Like she's a bunny.
Right, it could be
Like gnawing on her
a
hand.
litter.
Don't foxes have litters too? Yeah.
They do.
Probably, yeah.
R.I.P.
Pause for co-host reactions. That should have been in parentheses. And they say Disney's gone woke. This rightfully upsets Judy and she swipes at him. Then she unrightfully asks him to forgive her. He had it coming. Just like in the Zootopia movie, Chicago.
Chicago.
I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's I made that up. Chicago. He had it coming.
Oh, I get it.
I'm still into that.
Chicago.
He
So
had
Black
it
Tango?
coming. He had it coming.
Nope.
You don't know Chicago? You love musical theater.
All right, pause. We're going to watch Chicago and come back.
I just learned to love musical theater.
You have to watch Chicago. It is a very
Okay.
good movie.
I haven't even seen it. I know it, but
Well, I guess that's what we're doing tonight. Move over, Mockingjay Part 2.
yeah, that one will be late. Was it part 2? No.
No,
I don't know.
because the movie, because we're watching the series.
Yes. All right, and we're back. So Judy attacks him and then apologizes for attacking him, even though he said something horrible.
Did she bunny kick him like Fig does to you all the time?
No, like swipes, like truly swipes with her claws.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I forgot that wasn't your real hand.
Nick Wilde pecks his things and asks Judy how she would feel if her mother chose the same option.
What?
I won't repeat.
Bro.
I won't repeat his stance on things because I'm pro-choice and I believe that I believe in the safety of the mother above all. But I'm also not trying to get us targeted by people who don't deserve to be listened to. Let's just say he says, "Please." She is the one risking it all. She has made up her mind. She's choosing herself,
Well,
her life, and Nick Wilde chooses to walk out on her, saying he will survive.
what a bitch.
End of Act
I don't want
1.
him anyways.
Donna Summer is not referenced or plays at all. Not that it would have saved this propaganda. So
Yeah, what is...
So I remember reading somewhere that I could not find now or back up that the original author, who I believe is like this was originally written in Portuguese and translated to English. I believe he said that he is pro-choice, but just thought this is a really funny dynamic to explore.
I think if we weren't living in The Handmaid's Tale presently, then perhaps it would be a funny haha thing to explore, but...
This is from like 2012, maybe like 2015, something like that.
The fact that we have regressed so fucking far, I mean,
In
and
such
shit
a
was
short
still bad
time.
back then too, but like in just over a decade.
But the thing about his art is it is really good. The comics are, for the most part, in black and white, and people have compared them to Chick Tracts, which I will now explain.
Okay.
Small comics. Someone gave one to me in a parking lot one time. And
Yes,
I started to
yes,
explain
yes,
it
yes,
to
yes.
you. So this dude makes little small comics that churches or just religious people pass out that, stealing is wrong, adultery is wrong, all the usual things. Porn just in general is bad. Women who think for themselves and are feminists are sent by the devil. But they would pass these things out, and because they're comics, kids get a hold of them, and it's a little bit of indoctrination.
Just a little.
hmm?
Just a little.
A little indoctrination is a treat.
Just as a treat.
So yeah, if it was in a kind of flip book style comic, I could totally see this being a pro life style argument. But then we get to part 2. Titled Born to be Alive. Nick Wilde bangs on the door to Judy's apartment. It's late, but he needs to see her. It's life or death. A year has passed. Nick Wilde has quit the forest and spends his time with Arctic foxes that are just trying to get by performing the world's oldest profession. He makes himself some coffee, and despite having seen very little of it, I believe that her apartment layout is based off of Seinfeld? Or maybe in this world, Swinefeld? Like, just some of the shots, I'm like...
Is that because she's a pig?
No, I was just trying to go with something that rhymes. He admits he hustled her, and it wasn't a matter of life or death. He asked if she went through with it. And I'm about to get nitpicky. Sorry, not sorry. They say it's been a year. In the first comic, Judy was in short shorts, so it's, potentially summer. Now it is clearly Christmas. Christmas decorations all around, snow on the ground. Didn't mean to rhyme. Anyways, so it's either been 6 months or a year and a half. So when he asks if she went through with it, and she's either not showing, not potentially carrying around a child, he doesn't need to ask. But he's drunk. I'll give him a little bit of leeway. Because he's drunk.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Don't excuse that man's behavior.
I take it back. Yeah, I'm not going to excuse another Nick.
Can you imagine leaving for a year with no contact, coming back, knocking on someone's door? Did you go through with it? After a year?
No. Uh-oh. Eddie, stop.
Eddie, no.
Eddie, shut up.
Eddie, yes. Oh.
I bet you are, bitch. All right.
You didn't even need to do anything.
Shut up.
I'm back. He apologizes and begs for her to take him back. Every day has been hell on earth, even if he's been with an Arctic fox at an hourly rate. Judy says they possibly could have gone through... What? Is
that canonically a thing, or was that a joke that you made?
In the comic, he actually hooks up with an Arctic fox, and I mentioned it at some point. Like,
you just did.
Well, I'll bring it up now. It's an in between the first and second comic, kind of following her around Christmas night, just trying to get some work, make some money. The Arctic fox.
Oh, I thought you meant that Nick was following her around.
He does pay for her services.
Paying for one's services versus following them around is different.
Okay. She's walking the streets looking for a good time, and he approaches her with a stack of money and says nothing the entire time.
Is that her business? Is that her profession?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that would be hella fucking rude.
Oh, I could have said...
No, I just mean for him to walk up and be like, here's a stack of money to just a random woman on the street.
Oh, yeah, that does not work out well.
Profession, that's fine.
Yeah. No, and she's literally walking the street, and I'm like, I gotta stay away from streetwalker because I'm not trying to belittle.
No, but because we love sex workers, it's a work.
Yeah. Anyway, Arctic fox.
There's a man with a chainsaw.
There's a man.
There's a man.
So she wakes up in the middle of the night the next morning. He has left, and he has left. She must be really good at her job because, he leaves a stack of money.
No.
Enough so that she is able to bring home groceries to her toddler, who, again, the art is really good, is absolutely adorable. Just kind of wandering up to her mom, who has been out all night.
What does he do for a living that he just has stacks of cash that he's able to give?
He left the force. So I'm assuming he went back to his old ways of hustling on the street.
We saw the movie in theaters when it initially came out, and just the first one. So It's been a minute, but
yeah. My best guess, it doesn't really explain it.
I was just curious. I like the world building.
Yeah, there's sex workers and we saw a seedy underbelly in the first one, organized crime, but then we see a little bit more of a seedy underbelly with sex workers.
I guess I am kind of happy that it's not that the sex worker is not a prey animal.
Arctic foxes are. Oh no! I meant hunt. Yeah.
A prey animal.
Yeah.
Rather than a predator.
Yeah, fair. If it was turn it the other way. If it was a rabbit, then that might be a little bit of a different story.
That's the plot of Beastars, basically.
She's an escort?
Beastars?
Yeah.
Oh, the bunny, yeah. She fools around with people in the school.
Good for her.
Yeah.
No, I love her.
I've seen so many clips of it, and also...
I would say the first season's actually, admittedly, very good. The rest of it kind of falls downhill for me.
Yeah, I've seen just a bunch of it in abridged versions and stuff. I'm like, I gotta see this. And
I don't know if she gets paid for it, but she takes, so like the character, she takes her power back by basically making men bend to her because she's good at what she does.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gives her some of her power back.
Good.
Nick has been with Nick Wilde has been with an Arctic Fox at an hourly rate. Judy says they possibly could have gotten through the ordeal together, but he turned his back on her, and it's too late.
What a bitch.
A new voice appears. A vixen exits Judy's bedroom.
Oh!
One that maybe could compare to Maid Marian. Shannon, Judy's girlfriend. When she went through with the procedure, there were complications, as Judy feared. She went to get more specialized help and met Shay, as she calls her. They bonded over the recent breakups, became friends, and then more than friends. Eventually roommates.
Love that.
Neither of them expected it, but it happened. Nick Wilde freaks out and begs Judy to come back to her senses. Shay tries to pry Nick Wilde off of Judy, and he pushes her to the floor, injuring her and mirroring Judy's attack in the first act. He apologizes, but Judy shouts that he needs to leave and not come back.
Yeah.
She nearly quotes, "I will survive," which kind of seems out of place. Should have been in the first act, but looking at the lyrics to Born to Be Alive, 90% of the lyrics are Born to Be Alive. So I can see it not really working out. Direct quote, "You came here from outer space with a sad story and hoping I was all alone and free, wouldn't you? Oh no, Nick, not I. I found me a new love with someone who respects me. With her I got a new life to live, to start anew. New. That's actually not part of it, but just she said it a lot. Because I deserve to live a life. Because I deserve to live a new life, Nick. I was born to be alive. And rather than willingly exiting, Nick Wilde is pushed out."
I kick his ass out.
Judy and Shay kiss because they're woke.
Well.
And that's when I talk about the other comics and a little bit about chick tracks and stuff. The last act is Never Say Goodbye.
Oh.
10 years have passed. Nick Wilde is the leader of the Junior Rangers. Him and his trooper at the Zootopia terminal when the mayor enters. The Honorable Judy Hopps.
Wow, you mean a predator is the lead of a Boy Scout troop? Is that what you just said to me?
I think I'm drawing the connection.
Yes, but the whole message of the first story is that you're not your instincts, that you can...
Yeah, I'm aware, Nick, but...
I'm trying to defend myself here. Okay, not the movie. Anywho, while everyone praises her, Nick Wilde calls her a dumb bunny. In jest.
Bitch.
I mean, that was his nickname for her way back when, so she definitely catches it. And Judy lets them through, and they reunite. It's probably among the most positive running into an ex storylines I've ever seen, because a lot of that is just, spiteful, or there's like a sad, please take me back feel to it. But this is just, hey, we've both moved on. We've both gotten past that moment in time. We're good, basically. Even if it's not super accurate, it's positive and it's cute. Clearly, they're both married. Or they both matured. Spoiler, they're married to other people.
That would be weird.
Nick Wilde is married and has a kid of his own. Judy is married to Shay and has adopted a red panda named Mulan and a zebra named Rafiki.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Shay arrives with the children. She has a major stutter that I did notice in Born to Be Alive, but I thought it was nerves because there's a strange man in your apartment at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, you gotta stutter. You're gonna stutter. But no, she's still got a little bit of stutter, and it's a cute affect. Nick Wilde apologizes, but it's like a proper apology. He's showing his embarrassment to his behavior and asks if she can someday forgive him. She already does.
Nah.
Judy has an appointment to make, but it seems like this friendship is beginning again. She tells him goodbye, but he hugs her and says, "Never say goodbye to me, Judy, my friend." And that's the end of the series. There's nothing after that. Shay wasn't dressed in a pink dress and pink, matching pillbox hat, and they weren't riding in a topless limo.
Why is that? Why? Where did that come from?
They were not riding an open top car down the street for no reason whatsoever.
That happens?
Okay, fine. There's an unofficial follow-up where, yes, she gets JFK'd.
Who?
Judy.
Why? How?
I think as
Is she president? What's going on?
Who is this author?
Why are they in a parade?
like I said, I think Portuguese. Not just riding down the street. I think it is a kind of fuck you to the author because it's a, no pun intended, wild comic, but it is very not canon. People are pointing out that Judy doesn't act like Judy. You think, sure, she has like a proud female edge to her. Like, I want to overcome the obstacles in my way. But you would also think that she might be a little more just conservative in the pro-choice movement, whereas Nick Wilde being kind of a street level hustler would be a little more hey, let's, I'm gonna go out for milk, I'll be right back, so people have pointed out that it's, and also just the propaganda aspect of it, people have not taken kindly to. So hey, I'm going to end the comic on a nice note, but then also here's an unofficial epilogue. Fuck you.
I need the context as to why they were in a parade in the first place, though.
It's just, it's a photo op, like just driving down the street and stuff. And at one point, Judy does mention there are a lot of groups out there that have their own predator, prey, supremacist leanings, that because she's trying to like bring people together, obviously animals don't like that. But then, extra fuck you, Judy pops right back up because she wasn't shot with bullets. She was shot with high sugar cherry jam. And not low sugar cherry jam or sugar-free cherry jam, because they're not woke. She's fine.
I was like, are bunnies diabetic?
No, just... I think I do say, yeah.
I feel like that was good, though, because I feel like I got baited. I was like, oh, God, she died. And oh, wait, no, she didn't.
There's nothing more anti-woke than diabetes. But then I think it was also fuck you to the line where Nick says, you're also willing to, like, kill our baby. Judy has such a shocked expression on her face. People have changed that speech bubble to other things. And the one I remember most is, what are you thinking for dinner tonight? I'm thinking Arby's. And her, like, shocked reaction to him is so unnecessary.
That's how I would react if you suggested we get Arby's for dinner. I'd be like, the fuck? Have you never met me?
So there's a myriad of reasons. There's nothing more anti-woke than diabetes.
Sure.
And, yeah, that took about 20 minutes longer than I was expecting. Good girl?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I a good girl? Probably. Sometimes.
You were doing some of the mic on.
Oh, because the stupid thing, the elastic, wasn't...
Okay.
Oh, speaking of the good girl term, oh my God. So I think it's a Paris Paloma song where I'm obsessed with right now. This is, you call me a good girl one more time, my fist is going to meet your skull.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not enough for a full episode.
Enough for a full episode.
28 minutes?
Yeah, fuck it.
Nah.
No. You still got that note?
Yeah.
This is a hijacking. Anyway, going to my next one.
He has a flair for the dramatic.
I am kind of warm, so I'm going to take this off real quick.
Ow, ow! Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Take it off.
So this is Fallout Equestria by Kkat. Last one, I don't think I know if I said, but it was like Borba was the author, artist. So Fallout Equestria by Kkat. Yep, that's right. This is a 620,000 word fan fiction crossover of Fallout and My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Have you...
What? Oh my God.
It was like a Mad Lib.
Kinda, and there's...
Can you imagine the cutie mark being like an atomic? Like,
I wouldn't doubt it. There are like flayed corpses and
NCR.
like limbless ponies.
Not pony boy.
the like ghoul ponies. my God.
Yeah, like she's one of the best ones. I will get to her.
Oh my God, it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like 20, I think it came out in 2011, and it spawned like so many unofficial like spin-offs and stuff. Like there's a whole MLP universe. There's, I'm sure, like New Vegas and other side stories. So I'm only really familiar with Fallout and not really My Little Pony, other than it's a show and a lot of people were weird about it. So I'll just explain things the best I can. Or if you've seen the show, you got a little taste of Fallout. So Fallout is a post-apocalyptic alternate universe where nuclear power became the dominant form of energy, and society has jumped from the cool cat, aw shucks, gee willikers, American dream that never existed to, shit, my kid joined the Raiders again. Why can't he be a cannibal like his father? The kids aren't all right. Mad Max's type future. My Little Pony, friendship is magic. Yay, friends, laughter, joy, problem overcome with the power of togetherness and love. Their powers combined. They have cutie marks on their haunches to show their personalities or talents, and in this world, in a great war against the Zebra Empire, a megaspell devastated the world and created the Equestrian Wasteland. That's not me making a joke about things, just all nuclear energy is now magic. So mega spell instead of like a megaton bomb.
That's actually a cool concept, though. Like, the magic is just a nuclear weapon.
Yeah. They're like pulse weapons, like pulse grenades and stuff is just like anti-magic that takes out like technology.
Can you imagine you just throw a grenade and like it blows up, there's just glitter everywhere. Poof.
Yeah. And I think
That's my glitter.
I inhaled it. So I kind of pepper info throughout, but there was a lot more to this than I was expecting. It was a much larger project that I took on. So basically there are earth ponies, which are just regular old ponies. Unicorns have a horn. They can do magic. And they basically use telekinesis to hold things, weapons, lockpicks, that kind of thing. Regular ponies, they have to use their teeth. Pegasus can fly. So those are like the three main types. Pip-Boy, no. Fallout has Pip-Boys, wrist-mounted computers that track your inventory, map certain quests, your health, and play physical media. Fallout Equestria has Pip-Bucks, worn on their forelegs. Everyone with me so far?
Yeah.
Little Pip is an undersized unicorn mare living in the underground vault, stable, 2, by Stable Tech. Mares are female horses, I learned. I know nothing about horses I haven't learned from Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Which doesn't really play into here.
Wait, is that the horse derby thing?
Horse girls?
Okay, yeah, so here's the thing.
Oh.
So did you guys hear about, was it the playoffs or something? It was some playoffs, and these people dressed, they cosplayed as horses, and they bought all the VIP tickets and actually went. It
was the Chargers or the Colts or something.
Yeah.
Fans started like dressing up and going to their games, and the team actually started like they had an undefeated season until they didn't. So like I'm sure just pure coincidence or just the new fan base that they got really empowered them, but they started doing like really well.
Mm-hmm. Like they bought $1,000 tickets and went there.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's hey.
We're talking about horse girls here, and I am not a horse girl, so please.
I'm not either.
Horse around.
I know things.
Horses are spooky.
Yeah. They kick.
I respect
They bite.
them.
They're
I
so
don't want to
big.
be near them, but I respect
It's like a
them.
dinosaur.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Little Pip isn't in the best mood. Not only is she sick of eating synthetic apples every day in her prison, home, she can't leave. She received her cutie mark so late in her years, and it was a Pip Buck, the device that you receive when you get your cutie mark. So that's like finding out you're taking a career aptitude test and finding out that the career best suited for you is making a new career aptitude test. So she becomes a Pip Buck technician's assistant within the stable and learns how to lockpick. How do ponies use lockpicks without thumbs? They use their mouths. But some have telekinesis they can wield. I'm pretty sure that only unicorns could do that, as far as I know. Also, her mother is the stable drunk. What else?
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
What else do you expect of her when the cutie mark / cure you receive in your youth is literally a glass of hard cider? Not a joke. That is her cutie mark, a glass of hard cider.
There could be worse.
That's my
things.
cutie mark.
Yeah, there could be worse things.
I mean, yeah, there are pony drugs in this world, so we'll get there. Pip idolizes Velvet Remedy, a slightly older unicorn mare who is a singer keeping the residents entertained. One day, Velvet comes to see Pip to get her Pip Buck serviced. A lot of Pips. To get her Pip Buck serviced, but then leaves the stable so the overmare can't track her without the Pip Buck. Literally leaving little Pip holding the bag, passing the buck, if you will. They aren't supposed to leave the stables. It's forbidden. They're born in the stables, they die in the stables. The outside world isn't safe. Horse never changes. Everybody knows that. Direct quote. Huh? Wonderful response, little Pip. So elegant. I wanted to dig my way through the concrete floor and pull the chunks over top of me.
Excuse me?
What?
What?
What chunks?
I want to dig through the concrete floor and pull the chunks over top.
Dig? D-I-G?
Yeah, what did you say? I think I said.
Not that.
Let me take that again. Take two.
I'm like, what is happening?
I'm trying to slow down. Direct quote. Wonderful response, little Pip. So elegant. I want to dig my way through the concrete floor and pull the chunks over the top of me. While fiddling with the Pip Buck, Pip finds an encrypted file with the code for the stable door within. Holding the code that Velvet Remedy used to leave. Holding the code that Velvet Remedy used to leave, Pip decides to do the same, to find her. It's a very Fallout 3-esque, going after your dad. Since even tangentially, it's her fault. She packs some belongings and heads to the only way out, guarded by guards. Good thing they never suspect telekinesis dropping a locker on their heads. The overmare threatens her that if she leaves, she cannot come back. Leave or be punished? Easy choice. Leave.
Punish. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Spank me?
Yes, Daddy.
Don't spank me, Daddy. Sorry.
Okay. Kind of long, but direct quotes. With a final hiss and clang, the steel door of Stable 2 closed irrevocably behind me. I don't know what I expected to find just beyond the door, but it certainly wasn't this long, dark hallway that smelled of rotting timbers and sepulchral air. I was no longer in the stable, but I wasn't outside yet either. I was in limbo. I turned on my Pip Buck's light and recoiled with a gasp at the skeletons of long-dead ponies which littered the hall. The outside of the stable door was marred from where ponies had slammed on it until their hooves cracked and shattered trying to get in. She gets outside. This was different. A cool air, quite unlike anything within the stable, tickled my coat and chilled my skin beneath. It bore smells that were dank and rotting, dusty and alien. I could hear the sounds of night insects, creaking of wood and a far-off sloshing. But I was struck more by what I couldn't hear. The constant low hum of the stable's generators and the ever-present high whine of the lights were gone. So powerful in their absence that I mistook the outside as silent. I could feel the dirt and broken stone beneath my hooves. So unlike the smooth and sterile floors I had trotted all my life. And though I could not see much or far, I could see further than I had ever seen before, and there were no walls to mark the end of that room. I was staring into a horizontal abyss that stretched out from me in every direction. Reminder, this is a Little Pony fan fiction. My Little Pony fan fiction. And we're getting Play-Doh Shadows on the Cave Wall style descriptions of seeing dirt and sky for the first time. Anyways.
I'm like, I don't know what that reference is to.
It's some Plato said philosopher, someone who has only seen like shadows on a cave wall of life happening around him can recognize what he's looking at, but then when he actually sees people for the first time, or whatever is making those shadows, it's a completely different experience. So this echoes Fallout 3, leaving the safety of the vault to find your father. A radio broadcast signal asking for help leads her to the ruins of Sweet Apple Farms, where she finds a terminal with power running to it. She reads the message left behind by Velvet Remedy, telling anyone from Stable 2 not to follow her. But Pip doesn't have a home to go back to, so she just keeps on keeping on. Also, she's got a pop-up message that her current quest is to find Velvet Remedy, and she can't leave a quest unfinished.
That's true. That's so true.
That's a joke for me, because... Anyways.
I know Dad's right.
I got jokes. A warm campfire with a pony lying nearby draws her attention. As she approaches, she realizes they are bound and gagged. It's a trap. Several slavers jump out, one with a sharpened shovel between their teeth and a unicorn hovering a sawed-off shotgun aimed at Pip. The bait, named Monterey Jack for the cheese cutie mark he has, is a little on the muzzle.
Jeez.
Yeah. And while it isn't outright stated, I wouldn't be surprised if he was working with the slavers, seeing as one of them is named Cracker.
Oh
We'll
my
see.
god.
Is it like are they like gang charcuterie? Like what's happening there?
No, I think just the slavers, raiders, slaters are not very creative because one of them is called sawed off, and guess what weapon he wields?
A penis.
What? I mean, it's a dangerous weapon.
It sure is. Especially when you saw it off. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They happen upon a sprite bot, a flying robot that flaunts around playing music. So the Eddie bots. I forget what they're called.
Eddie would never.
No, Eddie wouldn't. No. The sawed-off shotgun fires, but the sprite bot escapes with little damage done. The gunshot draws the attention of raiders, and a shootout begins. So there are raiders and there are slavers, both bad. Don't really want to get caught by either of them, but they also don't like each other because we like slavery. We're anti-slavery. Still bad.
Someone's just gonna clip you saying, "We like slavery."
I know. I'm like the most out of context now. I'm just gonna get it out of the way and do it for us. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're really feeling yourself with those paws, huh?
Feel good. Feel good, man.
Oh my god.
The gunshot draws the attention of raiders. Pip unlocks her shackles when the slavers are wasted. Raiders approach Pip and Monterey, and we learn that the combat is similar to Fallout. This combat is similar to Fallout combat. You can take a sledgehammer hit and continue to live life unimpeded after a few deep breaths. You can get shot a few times, but as long as your health doesn't, completely drop, you're fine.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, I'm explaining. It's like it's not a realistic version of Fallout because it's My Little Pony, but it mechanics similar to the game itself.
A dude playing New Vegas. Nothing felt better than just taking them out with one shot.
Yeah.
When you do the hyper focus and they're like, gee, gee, gee.
I don't have it in. Oh, like next line. You can take a sledgehammer hit and continue to live life unimpeded. You can't take getting choked to death by a pony still in chains, or your opponent using SATs, Stable Tech Arcane Targeting Spell, to slash your knees and face and knocking you unconscious. So instead of VATs, it's SATs. Monterey is freed, shoots the unconscious raider dead, and begins raiding them. Pip is appalled at the savagery and hurt when someone named after Let me take that again. Pip is appalled at the savagery and is hurt when someone named after Cheese betrays them and tries to rob her too. Real Cheese would never. Pip hovers a combat shotgun at him and asks if his gun's in good condition, and will he need to reload before she can pop up a few shells into him. He relents and they part ways. So it's just a standoff. She takes shelter, not capital S, from a sniper, finds a terminal. She hacks, and the password is Apple, because it's at Sweet Apple Farms. So not very creative. And a wonderful dress in a chest she lockpicks. She also learns what mines are when she hears a beeping just outside the door. A voice tells her to shut it, and she just survives the blast. A different voice taunts her and drops a metal apple through the window. Not knowing what a grenade is, but knowing that people who don't like you rarely throw anything good at you, and also when they do, they love something that has splash damage, she throws it right back at them.
Good for her.
A sprite bot approaches and starts talking to her. Tells her to call them Watcher. I probably should have elaborated a little bit more, but they are like Oracle in Batman. They can just hack into any sprite bot to talk to whoever they want, and they're just, hey, you came from the vault. Cool, I'm going to help you, because everyone needs a little help sometimes. Whoever they are, they hack into the sprite bots from a distance. They say to survive, she'll need armor, a weapon, guidance, and friends. She asks what they mean by guidance. They ask if she likes books, because they have a recommendation. Maybe it's me, but I don't take book recommendations from people who hide behind a screen and call themselves Watcher.
Yeah.
But they say some good shit, though.
They can either say some good shit, or you ever read Jordan Peterson?
What's that?
Andrew Tate?
No. Maybe.
You shouldn't. Very,
Don't do it.
wrong side of the tracks thinking.
Red pill. Nonsense.
There's no such thing as rape, that kind of thing. Anyways, we broke Jessy.
High value men.
Yeah, I've definitely never read whatever this is shit.
Good. But she doesn't know what a mare is. Or no. She doesn't know what a mine is, so she needs all the help she can get. But if they ever ask to meet up, just call a trusted stallion or mare first. Left alone, Pip goes to Ponyville Library. After all, life's not hard when you have a library card. Unfortunately, it's been occupied by raiders and their captives. She sets one free, and in true Fallout fashion, they try to give Pip everything that they have. She only takes a single shotgun shell and sends them on their way. When she threw the grenade back at the raider earlier, she had a moment of crisis. She just killed some pony. Self-defense or not. Seeing what the raiders have done to ponies upon ponies, she decides they've given up the right to live. She decides to revoke all their library cards.
Oh my god.
She freaks out when one of the still ponies starts to move. That pony is no more. It has ceased to be. She recognizes it.
An ex-pony.
Like, your book is past due and just dead.
She recognizes it as a zombie pony. She doesn't know what mines are. She doesn't know what mines...
What?
I think I just fucked up the sentence.
That's okay.
She doesn't know what mines are, but knows what zombies are, but not ghouls. I think that's just a little bit of a writing mishap. But anyways, talk about an unstable education. Pause for silence. Again, that should have been in parentheses. The ghoul doesn't attack, so Pip frees her. She's unnerved by the loose eye she has, making her look, some might say, derpy. But the ghoul leaves her with a smile and runs off. She gets captured while freeing another captive and held hostage by a scared raider. Pip quips, "Go on and kill her. Go ahead and kill her. She needs a good clean shot." The raider tries to run, but is shot in the hindquarters. The sniper at the top is dealt with, off-page, and Pip walks off with the Wasteland Survival Guide and a copy of Guns and Ammo. She runs across the Macintosh War Memorial statue, a soldier who gave his life defending Princess Celestia in the Great War. Ratigators chase her, and she drops the revolver. She escapes by pulling the cover off a pony hole and recovering it so she can hide underground. Yes, I'm giving as much context as I can to describe a manhole because I'm half as comfortable saying that as I am pony hole.
Oh my god.
She wonders why raiders collect bottle caps. It's kind of a weird thing to collect, but everyone has a hobby.
That's true.
It's the same reason we collect bottle caps. It's currency when shit goes to hell. Do you think silver's going to be worth anything? Only to the people that drink it.
What?
Watcher says she needs to find her virtue. The great heroes of Equestria, aka the main characters of the show, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Twilight Sparkle. No, I didn't know those off the top of my head. I had to look them up. All encompass one of the following virtues: kindness, honesty, laughter, generosity, loyalty, and magic. You know how you have your honest friend, your loyal friend, your funny friend, the magician? It's more effective than heart, though. Armed with guidance and a small arsenal and draped in raider armor, she spots a caravan. All she needs now is friends. Sure, the friendliest one she's seen so far is a zombie, but who is she to judge? As she approaches, she is shot from above. A circling Pegasus fires again. She returns fire, but the Pegasus is a better shot than the raider she's met. She refuses to go down, swearing to protect the caravan. The Pegasus goes, "What? I'm protecting the caravan." Pip goes, "No, I am." Pegasus goes, "No, I am." And then Pip doesn't answer because she's passed out. She's taken to... Okay,
She's sleeping on the job.
Direct quote. "So, this is what it's like to die. So overrated."
Oh.
She's taken to the nearby town, which is New Appaloosa. And yes, it's spelled like Appaloosa, I'm pretty sure. I mostly listened to the audiobook. A town made of and surrounded by train boxcars. There's a stallion named Railright and a rust-colored stallion that shot her, Calamity. So this is very Megaton. Other than, like, it's just a walled-off town. Railright is like the unofficial mayor kind of deal. And the rust-colored stallion is Calamity, the Pegasus that shot her. I kind of imagine him as like the ghoul if he wasn't a ghoul, but like gunslinger, gun-toting, cowboy hat wearing.
I'm picturing Cass from New Vegas.
Yeah. I was trying to keep the ponies in mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Just with the caravan, etc.
Yeah, I get it. Calamity apologizes for the confusion and says Ditzy-Doo cleared everything up. She is the ghoul that runs absolutely everything, the main shop within the walls. Also the one that Pip saved from the library. So this is clearly Megaton. And Ditzy-Doo is Moira, basically.
Okay.
Because she wrote the Wasteland Survival Guide. I love this. Ditzy-Doo doesn't speak because her tongue was cut out at some point. And she's undead, so I'm sure she has a bit of a shamble. Unusual gait, muteness, and having a wonky eye all kind of give signs of an intellectual disability. Or intellectually disabled character, but this isn't... No one is looking at her going, oh, poor thing, or oh, she's doing so well for herself. She is, like, absolutely capable. She even, like, teaches herself how to write, which is how she made the Wasteland Survival Guide. And I just thought, like, you know, because one of the actual ponies is called, nicknamed Derpy. I don't remember. Like, they're kind of playing off that, like, stereotypes, but turning them on their head.
Yeah.
The only negative things any pony has to say about her is she gives squishy, fetid hugs because she's decayed, and she has yet to go feral. She plans to upgrade Pip's armor as well as slips her schematics for a bottle cap mine. It was supposed to go in the survival guide, but that's less survival and more just demolition. Pip asks...
Oh my god!
Piss. Pip asks how they stack train cars one on top of the other. Crane. She should go talk to them. Talk to the crane? No, the unicorn named Crane. So imagine being a bus driver and your name is Bus. Imagine being named Bus and you find out the perfect job for you is a bus driver.
But does Crane have a head?
Yes.
The headless horse, man.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I don't think that comes up, but I would like to see that. Crane gives her a new quest. If she helps him out, he'll teach her how to pick up things heavier than herself.
Pick it up and put it down.
Well, she only levitates light things, and at some point she realizes, oh, I can levitate myself. I never tried that. I've never heard of anyone trying that. Short distances. But being able to lift like train cars on top of one another would be really useful. So she has to go to the nearby shelter and close the door. That's it. The varmints coming out are right chafing their hides. I made that up. Rain falls from the sky and Pip enjoys it until the thunder and lightning come along. With a flash, Pip swears she sees a pony-shaped pony in the distance. Then it's gone. So she came from Shelter 2. This is Shelter 24. Calamity comes along to make it up to Pip. He's got a long-range rifle strapped to him that he fires by biting reins in front of his face, which I think is a cool idea. The only way to close the door of the vault is from the control panel, but there may be a back way out. The shelter is much like her own, with some differences. There are 2 sleeping quarters for stallions and mares, but only 1 set of bathrooms. Instead of an overmare is an overstallion, which has never happened before. In fact, the books I find all have stallions as the main characters, changed from like mare original versions. So imagine like I don't know how it would work, but the first one that came to mind, The Handmaid's Tale, but all the main characters are men.
Ew.
So yeah, very patriarchal, and look how things turned out. The vault is empty, devoid of life, abandoned. Log she finds tells of a filly named Quanta who releases an arcane flash, and now things are weird. The class pets all kind of fuse into one. So like a snake, cat, and something poisonous have all created what they dub a chimera, and they reproduce fast and inside ponies. So imagine,
so alien.
So another alien reference, which I was not planning. Yeah, they just reproduce inside pony bodies.
God.
Calamity gets poisoned, so they make their way to the clinic to find an antidote. The characters are unable to swim, which is why they weren't out in the rain. Like, they can't handle water.
What? Why can't they handle water?
Cats? Snakes? I don't know.
Cats.
Snakes, huh?
Snakes, cats, something poisonous. That's what made them up, because they together they just bonded into one.
Oh.
So Pip finds a crate of dynamite and blows the shelter from outside, disrupting the river above and flooding the labyrinth, killing all the Chimera.
Why?
They're attacking them.
Oh.
You're like,
Sorry,
why murder?
Did I not mention that the spliced creatures of the spliced abominations were not friendly?
Okay, no, listen. I thought you were saying that they were in out of the rain, but you weren't like specifying, so I didn't know you were talking about the Chimera. I thought you were talking about like our pony pals.
Oh, they were
Couldn't
flooded.
swim, and they
no.
so they came out of the rain, and then I was like, why? If you can't swim, why does the rain matter?
I should have specified more.
And I do that a lot when I'm like writing my script, especially because it's like 95% of the characters are women, and I start using she too much. And I'm like, God damn it, I gotta start putting people's names in. But yeah, I was like, I don't know what's happening. But I get it. I'm with it. The Chimera are bad, and they don't like water, but now they're dead, so it's fine.
I did not know what filly meant, so I did not.
What's a filly?
Young female horse.
Steak
So like
cheese.
a filly.
That's immediately what I thought. Like Philly cheesesteak. I was like, wait, I hungry.
No, it's a female horse, right?
Yeah, a filly becomes a mare, like grows up into a mare,
Yeah.
like. But then also, literally one of the places is called Philadelphia.
It's cute.
And then colts turn into stallions for the male side. And then as far as I know, foals are just like
Babies.
Yeah. A radio plays DJ Pony and a hook full of songs. He transitions to the news and reports of a shelter dweller out there doing good in the world. And a second shelter dweller has been spotted near Old Appaloosa. Pip is in New Appaloosa. Velvet Remedy must be there. But Old Appaloosa is a slaver town that New Appaloosa trades with.
Ugh.
Pip is disgusted, and this is my joke, buckers can't be choosers.
What?
But
like beggars, but like bucking.
Yeah. Calamity offers Pip party time mentals. They make you the life of the party. Her perception, intelligence, and charisma go up, but only temporarily. Using train tracks, Pip and Calamity plan to rescue Velvet Remedy and as many slaves as the train can carry. They use pony power, like they're pulled by the strongest ponies that the town has, and the braking system is in the caboose, which will come into play later. Calamity flies Pip into Old Appaloosa, who sneaks around to get a lay of things. Yeah. I did not notice any, like, pronouns or filly, anything like that. So I did not know the gender of Pip for the longest time until it was, like, specifically stated using, like, her pronouns. And then listening back a second time, I see, oh, there's she. Filly. Okay, I know what that is now. So this entire time, I thought they were kind of like your character here. They could be male, female, whatever you want them to be. No.
No, they actually.
So Pip is kind of sneaking around. High sneak. Has the party time mentals to help her out. She finds a statue describing strength and suddenly feels stronger. The head does not bobble. It's just a regular statue, which less fun. Pip hears a familiar voice singing, not in a cage singing about being blue, but on a stage. Velvet Remedy, the slavers have got her. Not really. Pip infiltrates Velvet's room. She's surprised and annoyed. Pip says she's here to rescue her, but Velvet says she's not a prisoner. She's not a slaver either. See,
She's not a prisoner. She's just drawn that way. Sorry.
She's animated that way. See, she never wanted to sing. An ancestor of hers before the Great War was a huge star. So when she got her cutie mark of a bird, everyone thought it meant songbird, but it was a nightingale, reference to Florence Nightingale, famed nurse. Which one of the few like real life people that they mention, like there's no references to other like pop culture icons or anything. Everything is within either the MOP universe or OC.
Florence Nightingale, the pop icon.
Well, no. Okay. In my mind, I was thinking like Elvis, but then like broaden it out a little bit. Like there's no other analogs, you know?
No, but just calling Florence Nightingale pop culture is kind of fucking insane.
Is off the top of my head. Not the best choice of words, but icon. Icon.
Historical figure, perhaps.
Sure.
She's iconic.
So iconic.
So she gets a song. She gets a bird. It's a nightingale. Everyone thinks, "Oh, songbird, you will be the singer in our stable." But she wanted to be a medic or a nurse.
Say she doesn't sing well, but they make her anyways.
Oh no,
Oh, God.
she's fantastic. Apparently. Yeah. So she left the stable because she wanted freedom. She says, "Look at the bird. The bird is not caged. It is free, spreading its wings." I originally had a BioShock Infinite joke, but then I wrote, "She's a peacock. You gotta let her fly."
Kkat.
And the slaves need medical attention they were not getting, so she's staying. Pip says they have a train to get slaves out of here. The Velvet suddenly agree, so maybe it's a little bit of autism, or she's like, "No, fuck these guys. I'll abort choo-choo." Pip barricades herself in the armory and has enough time to stock up and hack a terminal. The password was terminal. Logs specifically describe selling foals as slaves. So Pip locks and loads and is ready to, cause some chaos.
Let's go.
The book is overdue.
Just use that for the rest of the series.
It's the library, man. I'm coming for your late fees.
You get to like the big bad boss at the end. Got your gun on them. Your book is overdue. I don't understand that reference. Why are you talking like we're in a library?
Collections has come.
Time to pay the fine. What fine? I also wrote, in my mind, Velvet agrees under the condition he gets wear the conductor's hat.
Choo choo.
The boss reveals herself, a unicorn Pegasus, a pegacorn.
A peg. Oh my god.
She has a shield that protects her from all the ammo shot at her.
Don't peg with corn.
Her shield protects her from any ammo shot at her.
Her shield protects her from that corn. It's coming straight for that ass. Sorry.
It's not safe. It's not. You're gonna have to.
What?
Broke her again.
Like, you're gonna have to go to the hospital. It's gonna suit up.
It's not flared.
That's the word I was saying. It's not flared.
Just put it on one of the holders.
Oh wait, they have telekinesis.
So they could pull it out. It's fine.
Well, they don't have fingers.
I'm crying. No telekinesis.
The telekinesis.
Yeah, they don't have they got hooves. They need the telekinesis.
Yeah.
Or they gotta use their teeth.
Boy, this got off track, just like this train's about to.
Okay, swear.
I don't believe. She's never going to financially recover from this.
I'm crying. Sorry, that's really funny. Okay.
Alright, we're back.
Let me dry my eye. Okay.
Alright, Pegacorn is like the boss of the old Appaloosa. Her shield protects her from any ammo shot at her, and the trio are outnumbered. Pip may be small and weak, but she's strong where it counts, with magic. Using every bit, she's manipulating something. The Pegacorn looks around but sees nothing, except the shadow of a train car above her head. Her shield is useless, and she gets wicked witched. Slavers attack the train on the way back to New Appaloosa. Calamity releases the caboose, obtaining the rescued. Caboose. Release the caboose. Pip, Calamity, and Velvet are the only other survivors except the train's going really fast, isn't it? They should probably use the brakes. The brakes that are...
Really fast.
Will be fast?
You say really fast.
Did I say that, or is that a joke for them?
I don't know.
Okay. The brakes that are in the caboose that Calamity disconnected.
Aww.
Calamity takes Velvet and flies off. Pip levitates herself for as long as she can, but falls and is caught by Calamity. Wandering back towards New Appaloosa, Pip yells at a sprite bot until Watcher responds. She tells them about the caboose full of freed slaves they will need to help. They're a little hesitant. I think they don't want to make themselves too known to too many people. But they end up doing it anyways because it's the right thing to do. They find remains of Ditsy Doo deliveries and sparkle soda rad. It's rad-ish. So the Nuka-Cola analog, I don't think it's the right word. Dupe is a sparkle cola, which is carrot flavored. And so this is rad-ish flavored. To open a difficult lock, Pip discreetly takes a menthol to boost her perception and agility. Velvet is excited over a memory from the Ministry of Peace. There's ministries that came about after the Great War against the zebras. The main characters from Friendship is Magic all get like a ministry to... maybe it's like during the war. They'll get their own ministry to kind of run certain aspects of the, government war. And so the Ministry of Peace obviously is like the healing aspects of everything. So Velvet's really excited. Like, this is her, like, Florence Nightingale. She like gets to meet her through like Dr. Hooves or something. And they're rushed by a horde of feral ghouls. Pip finds a turret on fallen sky chariots. I haven't really gotten there yet, but the Pegasus live in the clouds. I think it's called Cloudsdale. Not really like a city analog, but Clydesdale horses. Like, there's a joke there.
I got it.
They kind of, when the war started, they fought for a little bit, but then they just said, "This is your guys. We're going to close off and do our own thing," and so they kind of just hoofed it out of there. Anyways, Spritebot tells Pip all the slaves are rescued. Of all the questions she wants to know about the ministries and what they were, Princess Celestia, who's like the main leader, I guess, of the time, abdicated her throne during the Great War to her sister, Princess Luna, which I think is like a Celestia, like space.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Luna, moon. Well, the major ponies were all seen by Princess Celestia as her children. Princess Luna saw them as equals, and so she's the one that gave them all different offices of government. So it's like, you're not just soldiers or generals, like, you will be running whole departments.
Yeah.
They find a house and try to see if they can stay the night. Philly opens the door and is wrong. She's painted pink and alone. She calls herself Pinky Belle. She runs the Pinkie Pie Museum and is far too enthusiastic about things. She asks the crew if they can bring her a statue of Pinkie Pie, and in return they will give her the recipe. They will give the trio the recipe for Party Time Mentols, which Pip is super excited about because, hey, Party Time Mentols, they're great. They boost my charisma and intelligence.
Great.
Yes. Pip wants it, but they feel kind of bad for her. Like, she's all alone in this place. Like, she runs a tiny little museum, and it seems like this is all she has in the entire world. Maybe they can get her some kind of help. There's an adult around, something. And they find an audio log about from Pinkie Belle's sister. Raiders followed like the kids back to the farm, and were like threatening the parents. The mom said, like, "Hey, go hide." The smaller one, Silverbell, inadvertently makes music, like using magical bells, so they get found out, and they are made to watch the parents get executed right in front of them. So that just leaves Silverbell, and the older one is Memory. Silverbell feels responsible and is not taking things well, so Memory says, like the audio log says, "I'm taking her to Ten Pony Tower. There's someone there that can who's supposed to take in orphans, because I don't know what else to do. I can't raise her all alone like this." Parents are buried out on the edge of the field, but then when it's described, there are 3 graves. So Pip tries to steal the recipe from the safe. Obviously lockpicks really well, but then I was like, they feel guilty because this was supposed to be a reward for completing a quest. So instead, I think that's where they find the audio log. Pinkie Belle pops up and is like, "You shouldn't have listened to that. That was very personal." But then it gets kind of crazy. "You're never going to leave" type mentality. Velvet Remedy comes up and says, "Pinkie Pie wouldn't have liked you. She wouldn't have thrown, like, her whole thing is like parties and stuff, like celebration, having a good time. She wouldn't have wanted to party with you. if anything, she would pity you. And Silverbell just like breaks down, and Velvet Remedy just goes like, it wasn't your fault. Like, what happened was not your fault. And Silverbell's like, yes, it was. So yeah, they stay the night. They get Ditsy-Doo and Railright from New Appaloosa to come, and this is all off the top of my dome because I've listened to that many times. Partially so because Ditsy-Doo seems like the best person to kind of help her in like the immediate area. In Manhattan or Philadelphia, there's probably a more professional help out there, but they can't take her herself, and they can't just send her off to wander the wasteland. And also, she has an unexploded Megaspell bomb that she was planning to use as fireworks when she finally completed her collection. So the fact that they did not actually finish that quest was the right thing to do. I found that kind of funny. They're like, what do we do with this bomb? Like, if we try to move it, it might explode. Nothing. We'll just leave it for now. So Railright says, hey, Pip, gotta talk to you for a second. Really appreciate you freeing all these slaves and sending them our way and stuff. We're running out of room. Okay, I did write something here. Here's a reenactment of what goes down between Railright and Pip. Railright says, nice job. Now stop sending us people you rescue. Stop sending us people you rescue. We only have enough galactagogues to go around. That's something found in food and supplements that stimulates humans to produce prolactin that becomes breast milk, and I'm assuming that goes for ponies as well. Anyways, you're now banned from this town. Like, we cannot handle all the foals. Like, we can't feed them. Please stop. But then also, you destroyed our only train. You got the ones that run the train. You got them killed. Thanks, but we will forget this eventually. But for now, please don't come back. Well, we're banned for saving people. No, for killing ponies that pulled our train and also destroying our train. You meant well, but at what cost? What cost? Right. An armored griffin lands before them. She has a weapon strapped under her breasts, plural. Not breast like you would think, a bird has. So maybe I was closer to the prolactin than I was meaning to, unintentionally. I don't know. So this is God. What? Godween, she goes by God. Owner or leader of God's Talons as the mercenaries.
Oh.
Hold that thought.
Not the Talon Company.
So this is where I had a lot of trouble keeping up with things because a lot happens in these chapters. Mm-hmm. There are mercenaries, raiders, and slavers all in the general area. Yeah. Mercenaries are, I believe, hired by Mr. Topaz to protect the raiders, because raiders and slavers don't like each other, but also mercenaries don't like raiders either, but hey, we're getting paid.
Just the fact that raiders would need anybody to protect them just doesn't make sense.
I think they keep calling them rocks, but I think it's like gemstones, like mines and stuff, so it may just be like a protecting valuable items kind of deal. Again, I listened to this 3 times and I still didn't fully get it. Everything is tense. Everyone hates everyone. Talon mercs, slavers, and raiders make the Brotherhood of Steel look appealing. And no one knows who Mr. Topaz is. The only one who actually talks to him is Deadeyes, the leader of this group of raiders. Pip is sent to infiltrate I think it's like a prison, and steal something, which she does. And in doing so, she intentionally gets caught by Deadeyes and is like, hey, yeah, I snuck in. I wanted to like join your game because I'm like an escape. They're all escaped slaves. They become raiders because they got to survive somehow, which I think is kind of cool. If, it's cool world building. Like, I'm sure you get that, right? Okay. I don't want that clipped and saying like, I think raiders are cool. So Pip says, yeah, I'm an escaped slave and I wanted to join you guys. Look how sneaky I am. I'm sure I'd be of use to you. So Deadeye says, okay, do this task for me and I'll think about it. She does the task, comes back and he says, I need you to kill God. if you kill them, you're in. I'll even like get you a nice room. You won't have to eat slop. You'll get good eats. So, Mintels may have been involved, but Pip goes, I have an idea. I see the posters on your wall. You really seem to like this old singer from pre-war. I have her like Great Times, whatever number, granddaughter here, who is also really good at singing. How about a concert? You invite God along, and I'll be up there with a sniper.
Oh my God.
I'll shoot God, and then I'll... Not far off now that I think about it.
John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, that's so good.
So you married her.
I mean, yeah, I've always known she's been funnier than me. So Pip says, I'll shoot God, then I'll shoot the table, making it look like you both were the target. Like, the slavers were targeting both of you, but I missed you. And Deadeye says, yeah, love that. You might be my right-hand woman. No, womare. Mare? I didn't think that through. Yeah. So then Pip goes to God and says, like, the exact same thing. There's going to be a concert put on by Velvet Remedy. I'm going to shoot Deadeyes, and I'm going to miss you. And God's like, love it. You are so sneaky. And Pip, who it has not been super relevant up until now. She's gay.
Okay.
Like, she's a gay female unicorn. She talks about she had a crush on Velvet Remedy back in the stable. And her mom would say that Velvet Remedy's barn doors don't swing that way.
Oh my God, that's actually really funny though.
Yeah.
All right.
So she's talking about Godwin, despite being a griffin, like very attractive, even if, like as battle scarred as she is, like she just gives off this air of like strength and stuff. And I wish that was more of a thing, but it doesn't really come to much. But anyways, Velvet Remedy does not feel good about performing for slavers or raiders, but she is happy that she gets to wear a nice dress.
Okay. Yeah.
Protect that at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They get to... Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. So they get to the night of the concert, and Deadeye says this better go according to plan, because if anything goes wrong, if you shoot anything other than God and the table, the stage is rigged to blow. Because I know that you and Velvet are like this, and crosses his hooves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's intense.
That's intense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, how you gonna get out of this one, Pip? So she's up there with the sniper rifle, Velvet singing. She uses her sats to shoot Deadeyes. The table, I think she actually like hit the cup that God is drinking from, like with her beak. But then also pushes Velvet out of the way as the stage explodes.
Mm.
And then there's another explosion. And another explosion. The slavers are attacking when all this is going down. So the reward for killing Deadeyes is whatever is underneath the prison. There is a vault down there. I'm saying vault and not stable. This also took me a little while to remember. Is like an actual like
Bank vault type moment.
here's a treasure in here, not like an entire labyrinth of
Yeah.
mazes. There's some room down there. I think it's like an actual like mine, because they get down there and they meet a big dragon, like size of a boxcar dragon, which I know sounds kind of random for My Little Pony, but I think that's like an actual thing they deal with in the show. Like I know there's a small one called Spike.
Because there is a dragon called Spike.
Yeah, it seems like it's really weird to bring up, but also kind of, I mean, you have treasure down there, you need a dragon to guard it.
Sure. Yeah.
So they eventually take him out with a plasma cannon. That's really not enough. So Calamity picks up Pip and flies away. Pip throws all the grenades that she has down Mr. Topaz's gullet and thinks, I wonder if that's enough to blow them up, because they breathe fire. Maybe it doesn't affect them. And normally it wouldn't, but because they got hit with a plasma rifle, their side is like blown out, and that's the end of them. They get into the vault, and it's just a bunch of memory orbs, which I know I mentioned Velvet Remedy's one before. It'll come up in just a minute. It's like a whatever that thing is from Harry Potter, the memory thing. You like experience what they experienced in whatever that moment was. So because this was a prison, a whole bunch of prisoners, maybe they're getting confessions out of people and stuff. They don't really know, and God takes over, saying like, "This is going to be our base now. We were at this kind of junction before, and kind of running on fumes, but we're going to be set for a while now. So you can have our junction." And they go, "What are you going to do with everything in the vault?" "Don't you worry about that." So then they have a base of operations, and at first Pip is like, "We got a lot of shit going on. Like I got a bunch of quests. I'm going to be on the move all the time. So I don't know if this is a good deal." And Velvet Remedy goes, "Oh, we could build a garden. We could build a garden." And Pip goes, "Sold." Yeah, they want to go to Manhattan, which is where 10 Pony Tower is, which is where DJ Pony is. And it isn't here, but at some point I point out, I'm pretty sure this entire thing came from the play on words of 10 Pony.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it. Boy, all that was off the top of my head. And
Looking at the script, and I'm like, oh, it's long.
I know. That's why yesterday I'm like, bro, we're gonna have to chop this into like parts. I liked the off the dome.
I can try to do that more.
It
just
was more conversational, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that more. Oh, the dress that Velvet Remedy wears is the one that Pip found early on, because Pip is small for her size, that it didn't fit her, but give it to Velvet Remedy, and she's like, "Oh, this is perfect, thank you."
Aww.
But then that also, I think, unofficially increases her charisma, because they are bartering with a trader, and he's like, "Well, here's the deal that I'm going to make." And she goes, "Give me a minute. Hey, can you patch up the holes in this dress from that explosion?" Goes in, gussies herself up, comes back out, gets a whole bunch of shit on discount.
I love that for her.
Yeah, good for her. 3 peccacorns surround them. None of them the wicked weenie of the West. So just like, they're called alicorns, actually. They have wings and horns. They can fly and do magic. They look like they're the other one, but less flat. They are pissed at what Pip did to their sister. They start beating up our heroes, but then 2 of them are made into a bloody mess. By someone in a steel suit called a Steel Ranger, almost like he was part of a brotherhood at one point.
Oh.
So the third one gets their shield up, and Steel Ranger is just using heavy equipment, explosives, but they do nothing against the shield now. She kind of makes work of all of them. The Steel Ranger's thrown back and is suddenly paralyzed, like he's knocked out. Calamity's down. Velvet is not responsive. Pip pops a party time Menthol and gets an idea. Takes the Velvet's memory orb, floats that towards the alicorn, almost like she would a grenade. That's exactly what the alicorn thinks, turns, but then in trying to throw it back at Pip, her magic activates it. So she goes into that memory and is stunned for the length of the memory, and Pip takes her out. And at some point we find out Pip goes into the memory because Velvet is so worried that it's a bad memory that she's going to lose respect for her idol, essentially. Pip goes in and it's basically Fluttershy, one of the original ponies, being like, "Hey, we got a new project. It's really going to help in the war. I'd really appreciate all your support." And no, okay, it's not bad at all. They go to help the Steel Ranger, who is not moving. All of a sudden he says, "Don't touch me. Don't move me. I'm already dead." Okay, very dramatic. The suit might be like stuck to him, like he is connected to the suit, but otherwise the power is cut off. He cannot move. He cannot get out. And there's nothing...
Like Darth Vader.
Basically, yeah. There's nothing they can do without the right tools. Pip pops a Menthol and is like, "Oh, I'm a Pip-Buck assist or technician. I can definitely do this." if I had the right tools, which I don't.
Helpful, thank you.
So the Steel Ranger named Steel Hooves says there's a vault nearby, and there's a stable nearby, and since Stable Tech also made the pit bucks, they may have the right tools in there, but who knows what's down there? It's a stable, could be anything. The stable has never been opened. It was closed up. No one has come out since. The only way to get in is by playing 3 distinct voices of the founders of Stable Tech. So there's Scootaloo, Apple Bloom, and Sweetie Belle. Scootaloo is the VP of Stable Tech. She has an audio log from Stable 24, basically saying, like, you're the Overstallion, here's the deal. And it doesn't matter what it says, as long as it's their voice. Sweetie Belle is on the radio, so it just has to wait for a song to come up from DJ Pony, and that gets them through. And Apple Bloom is the voice that gives Velvet Remedy the password to get out of the stable. So they go inside, and as you would expect, things are not good. And I talk about how the stables were basically experiments for the pre-war, anyone who survived the war. Like, here are a bunch of variables so we don't make the same mistakes again. We led ourselves to nuclear war. We obviously made some mistakes along the way. Whoever does the best of these stables, that's probably how we should run things from then on, essentially. But then, capitalism and greed, people's individual ideals getting in the way and stuff. So this is Vault 29. Oh, also the 3 leaders, Scootaloo, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, are in the show, part of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They don't have a Cutie Mark, so they do a whole bunch of various tasks trying to get their Cutie Mark. So the password to get into the vaults, for Vault Stable 2, is CMC 3 BFF. Cutie Mark Crusaders, 3 best friends forever. Which is cute.
They're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who would be the Zach Galifianakis in that scenario. I don't know. So Stable 24 is what we have. What if we had a patriarchal system? Stable 29 has no overmare. It is run by a computer, making all the logical decisions in place of pony prejudices or logical fallacies. But, and this was really funny, the water talisman is damaged, so they are running out of clean water and it is not getting filtered, or it's just no good, which is both a reference to the first Fallout. The water chip goes bad, and that's why you're sent out into the wastelands in the first place. But also the reason the talisman is damaged is because some idiot took his kid down to the reactor level to shoot off the BB gun that he built, and in shooting rad roaches accidentally hit the water talisman. So it's also a reference to Vault 101 in Fallout 3. And I thought that was really fun. So yeah, the computer, because they're going to run out of water eventually, it starts killing off the weakest residents one by one until there's no one left. Because that's the logical thing to do to keep the most people alive, is to, get rid of them.
Keep people alive by getting rid of them, yeah.
Logically, but not morally, because the computer has no morals.
Yeah.
So obviously that didn't work out well for them, but that's more due to pony error than computer error, but you can't plan for that. Pip pops a Party Time Menthol and realizes, oh, there's a kitchen down here. I have the recipe for Party Time Menthols and all the ingredients. I'm going to cook up some drugs. Realizing that there are ponies inside the vault stable, the computer system turns on and turns all the turrets on them. And Pip realizes that, oh man, my friends are in trouble. But I also don't want my menthols to burn. So this could become a problem. It's also the stable of Vinyl Scratch, who I think might be an original, a canon pony to the show, or maybe DJ Pony is. I'm not entirely sure, but Final Scratch was the original like DJ before DJ Pony took over. So there's a whole bunch of records that Pip picks up, but also a memory orb, which is all the old OG ponies. Pinkie Pie high off her gourd because she's the one that made it the Party Time Mentals in the first place. And another one, I think it was Twilight Sparkle, says, "I'm not having fun. You're not having fun. Like some people here are, but they're not on drugs. And you have a problem. You've got to get help, or like we're not gonna be friends anymore." Which it sounds like very childish, but like adults have these problems too, like when it comes to addiction and stuff. And so I see how that could be a problem, and especially with Pip kind of popping pills every so often.
Stories are oddly similar for today.
I did the Zootopia one, and then I realized, I need one more. And just looking up like other fan fictions and stuff, I almost did My Immortal, but that's more of a reading than like a review. Like you got to read that shit. Me explaining what happens is not the point of it. So I saw this and I thought, oh, here's another like kind of furry or anthropomorphic related story.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the themes like in the one that you're reading is it also kind of similar to the one I'm going to post? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's really fun because Brittney said that Fig looked forlorn. Like I was keeping this all a secret. So Brittney said Fig looked forlorn, then thought of like forlorn hope. So her mind drifted to Fallout. And I'm thinking, oh, you're going to talk about Fallout tomorrow, kind of.
Yeah.
A drunk Rainbow Dash flirts with Applejack, even though she mentions a buck friend named Apple Snack. So Applejack is dating Apple Snack.
Say a snack.
Even more interesting is Apple Snack's nickname in the military, Steel Hooves. Between the Mentals, drinking apple whiskey to cope with the horrors of the stable and stress, Pip gets violently ill. She's in and out of consciousness, vomiting, embarrassing her in front of Velvet Remedy. Even if Velvet's barn door doesn't swing that way, as Pip's lush of a mom put it, even if Velvet's door doesn't swing that way, as Pip's lush of a mom put it, way back when. I hope addiction doesn't run in the family. It feels very Star Wars A New Hope because Velvet is getting close to Calamity, but they're not admitting it. So Calamity being rough and tumble rapscallion who enjoys flying, and Velvet being kind of like a little bit elitist, kind of enjoying the finer things kind of deal. And also here's a greenhorn learning to use telekinesis. I know my voice is just going.
Definitely put dairy in there. That'll help it right up.
Just the thing you needed.
Yeah. Pip recovers in Steel Hooves' shack. So he's obviously better and has a place nearby they can all rest in. Pip wakes up and hears Velvet Remedy and Calamity talking about, like, I kind of think she's addicted, but also she's going through a lot right now. Let's just give her a little bit of time. And there's like a little bit of flirty dialogue. Pip starts to get jealous, but then also she's not going to like me back. What's even the point? She's like actually sick. She's feverish. So she's having like in and out of consciousness dreams. They hate me. They all hate me. They're going to leave me. Thoughts and stuff. Not relevant yet, but at some point she's like, I'm also just really horny. So with Velvet Remedy like next to her in bed, she like tries to take care of herself.
Oh god.
I mean, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Oh no.
But like, it's still not good.
But like, Velvet's right next to me. That's awkward. The nurse that helped me in New Appaloosa, I kind of don't remember her face even like as pretty as she was. Some of the mares from the memory orbs, I guess maybe Sweetie Belle, which is Velvet Remedy's like great grand whatever, the star. Okay, yeah, I'll try that, but she keeps morphing into Velvet Remedy, which it makes you feel guilty. That really has nothing to do with anything, but just the fact that was like there. I feel like something's gonna come back at some point, like Velvet. Yeah. Like Velvet's gonna like confront her and be like, I know what you did. It like, it's fine, whatever. I don't care. I don't know. I'm just mentioning it in case it comes back. And if it doesn't,
then you were a pervert for no reason.
Yeah, I didn't write the story. I just read it.
Okay. We're used to it.
Pervert and proud sometimes. Steelhooves is convinced Pip and Velvet are working for some government or shady organization, seeing as especially Pip is changing things all across the wasteland faster than one pony should. Mm-hmm. How did Pip, who just left like a vault, who has never really experienced life, take out an alicorn for being from being down for the count? Why can she pick locks and hack terminals no one else has been able to in 200 years? Which is like valid criticism for like the Fallout games is how can you do all this stuff? She kind of has the excuse of she had nothing else to do. She's a technician, so she practices and she reads. It kind of makes sense. All from a stable that was still in operation. Most other ones have been like wiped out for one reason or another. Hers is still going strong. And then I wrote, it sounds inconceivable. Steelhooves shows his appreciation by escorting the group to 10 Pony Tower in Manhattan, where DJ Pony broadcasts from. 10 Pony Tower is, I think, the whole basis for the wordplay for the fanfiction. Or it could just be so absurd, but also actually really good. Like, this is kind of engaging at times, and like that one passage I read, really well written. Mm-hmm. DJ Pony reports that the chief of security at 10 Pony Tower not only refuses to let ghouls in, despite the sheriff demanding it, but his men attack the unferal ponies as well. Pip bursts in anger, exalting how great Ditsy Doo is. Steelhooves kind of says something like, yeah, ghouls, am I right? And Pip is like, fuck you, Ditsy Doo is great. And when they do get to 10 Pony Tower, Steelhooves is a little bit like, yeah, ghouls, they suck, right? Yeah, can I come in? And also just the fact that he was dating Applejack before the war. He's definitely a ghoul under there. Makes total sense why he's still kicking and stuff. I'm still waiting for that reveal. Steelhooves sees her eyeing the memory orb, so he allows her to look. Pre-war, Steelhooves watches as Applejack, Minister of Technology, presents the Steel Rangers as the new armored soldiers in response to her brother, Big Macintosh, taking a bullet for his princess. So that war memorial... Princess Oestia. Princess Luna. Big Macintosh was Applejack's older brother who died protecting Princess Celestia way back when. And for most of this story, she's been using Lil Macintosh, which was his prized gun. She scavenged from a factory full of like brain bots and Securitrons. I don't know how I missed that entire passage. Yeah, basically. So yeah, Big Mac took a bullet for the princess, making him more hero. Inside the memory, he is enamored with Applejack. In the present, Steelhooves has one of those statues of the original ponies, the bobbleheads, basically. Calamity and Velvet are kind of sniping back and forth at each other. So, direct quote, Pip thinks, I rolled my eyes. That's my Velvet. No, that's Calamity's Velvet. I reasserted to myself. And then wiped the whole thought clean. Velvet Remedy was Velvet's Velvet. And she will be until she said otherwise. And even then, only so long as she allowed it, Calamity was going to be Velvet's Calamity. And I was not going to be a jealous third wing. So I love that she's like jealous, like completely jealous, trying her best to be happy for her friends, instead of they shouldn't be together, she should be with me. Like she's trying. There's a flash of green across the sky, the one that Pip sees. They explore Manhattan, come across the 4 Stars Transportation Company, which I know there's an analog for Fallout 3 they don't fully remember. They're basically like Chinese sympathizers that may have snuck the megaton bomb into the country that kind of set things off. They're the same thing. They are zebra sympathizers that snuck the megaspell in, and you find through terminals and documents, you find the truth. Like employees, if shit goes down, you're all issued your own firearms. Protect the supervisors, and the supervisors' checklist is like get down to the mini stable we have in the basement. You'll be fine. And then they open a door. There's just a the stable that was supposed to hold all the survivors. They're all feral ghouls now, and have been for 2 centuries.
Yeah.
Steel Hooves makes ghoul stew. Not officially, like not cooks, but there's nothing left. They take care of some raiders chasing a mare they just assaulted for some fun. Like they assaulted and then let go to chase for fun. Pip can't bring herself to pop a colt who doesn't even have his cutie mark yet. Calamity has no problem if it means he won't get a flayed skull or a tail braided into a whip, which I made up, but there are like flayed torso cutie marks.
Yeah.
Which how the hell, like, yeah, you're gonna have a bad life if that's your cutie mark. Velvet is appalled. Calamity, this direct like actual thing. Calamity calls him. He says, "I'm not gonna let him grow up to be my little rapist."
Well,
Which
Paul.
I love the meta reference, but I also hate it even more. No, thank you.
Oh my god.
They make it to 10 Pony Tower and bribe their way in as they don't have an appointment. They also have to give up all their ammo. After rest and some pampering, Pip runs into an old face she hated to see. Monterey Jack, selling cheese.
Ugh, that cheese slinger.
She tries to get a guard to arrest Monterey for trying to rob her. The guard says, "You ain't a resident. Your word don't mean jack, Monterey or otherwise." That me making a joke. Monterey doesn't deny it. "I have foals to care for. You didn't even know how to loot dead ponies. I'm surprised you're alive. Ever since my wife died, I have done all I could for them, and I'm not ashamed." The guard arrests Monterey. Banditry is punishable by death. Pip retracts her complaint. The guard repeats, "If you ain't a resident, your word don't mean jack, Monterey or otherwise." Pip goes to meet DJ Pony and runs into Homage, a gray unicorn mare with on the same path to see DJ Pony. A studio full of screens with feeds all over the wasteland. That's how DJ Pony knows things and stuff. You'll never guess who DJ Pony really is.
Thanks for listening, children. This is 4Dog. Ooh woo! Now, let's get back to the music. Hope I'm making you proud, Dad.
Is it really 4Dog?
No, Homage is actually DJ Pony.
That's funny.
She separates herself from DJ Pony because DJ Pony is a ghoul sympathizer for one, but also very pro-revolution. And 10 Pony Tower is elitist, aristocratic, high class. So they're afraid of what's out there. And they would not take kindly knowing that the real DJ Pony was walking among them. So Homage just gets to be like, yeah, I work for him. I got no ties with him whatsoever, but then also can walk among the common people. And she just uses magic to change her voice into that of a male. And there's an audiobook that I was listening to on YouTube. The narrator actually sounds a lot like 3Dog, especially when he's doing DJ Pony's voice. It sounds a lot like 3Dog. And I love that. So that's where we're going to end it now, and hopefully next time I will have the rest.
That's so in-depth for a fan-made
I know.
thing. And they have an audio.
Yeah, a couple of people have done audios. They've done animations that I don't think have been fully completed. I'm sure people have tried to mod the games either. If not, if not
playing as a horse in those fucking games.
If not turning them into ponies, fully recreating the quest lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will pick up there next time.
Ooh, woo.
Thanks for listening, children.
I have hoof gloves
I know.
for the second part.
We needed a wardrobe change. You got that horse in you.
Get that horse in you.
I got nothing. Nay, I say nay.
Oh, nay.
Oh, nee.
Yeah. I'm not a furry.
I like that you need to clarify that you're not a furry.
That's something a furry would say.
That's something a furry would say.
You're not beating them accusations.
Nope. Content.
Content.
I will say that tax refunds are great. And
You know what? You overpaid the government. They gave it back.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with that money.
and I used it to dress myself up for April Fool's Day. April Fools, I'm a furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's April Fool's Day, so what you say is like the opposite, right? So if you say you're a furry, it means you're not.
Yes.
I just had to clarify. Alright.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Yap out. As in like Fallout, but yap out. So it kind of works in this scenario.
Yeah.
My little...
My little yapper.
No, I'm going a different direction. He's gonna do some big business with the...
He's gonna do what, Big Nut?
He's gonna do some big nut business.
Isn't it? He's about to do some big business with a big iron on his hip.
Oh, a big iron on his head.
Yeah, he's about to do some business with a big iron on his yap.
Big iron on his yap.
Bye.